Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting installment of Wrestling Rampage. The three amigos are back in this bitch.
I fucked up and put two.
It don't matter. You can do whatever. There you go.
But anyway, yes, we're back, guys. And, you know, it is at the end of this month of February and early of March by the time this comes out. But anyway, we want to celebrate Black History Month.
Yes.
Because, great thing for everybody.
Yeah.
People want to say Black History is Black History. No, Black History is the same thing as every other history.
Yes, it is.
And we want to give love to our top 10 favorite black wrestlers of all time.
Yes.
Right? Or as I guess the PC term is African American wrestlers. Yeah. But anyway, we compiled a list here of our top 10 that we think are on this list.
Yes.
Even though Pops doesn't agree with some of them. But
I'll explain later.
Yeah. And Pops will explain later.
Yeah, of course he will.
And of course, he'll take about 20 minutes.
Anyway.
No. It can only be summed up in one word, and then I'll tell you.
Let's go ahead and start off with number 10.
All right.
Jay Lethal.
Ooh.
Debuted in 2001, a one-time TNA Tag Team Champion, a six-time TNA X Division Champion, one-time Ring of Honor Pure Heavyweight Champion, two-time Ring of Honor Television Champion, and also a two-time Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. And, of course, he's held multiple indie titles along the way as well. What do you guys think about Jay Lethal?
You want me to go first?
Hey, go ahead.
I think Jay Lethal is definitely underrated.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And yeah, he does indies, but he's not one of these goddamn schmucks that fucking do dick spots and fucking do Chuck Taylor grenades and shit like that. He actually wrestles. Big difference.
Not only this, but, people want to make fun of him when he was Black Machismo.
Yeah, people want...
He actually asked Randy Savage
He actually asked Randy Savage if he could do that, and he said, okay, you can do it.
That's because he admired Randy Savage so much.
And I thought he got that Black Machismo
and he got hit over,
thing
buddy.
over.
He got hit over big time.
I thought he was great with that Black Machismo gimmick. Come on, he was the Next Division champion 6 times.
6 times.
And I thought Jay Lethal was definitely underrated. And come on, even he had a match with Ric Flair, for God's sake. I bet you he thought that was a great honor. When he was doing the woo-off for Ric Flair. He was doing the Ric Flair fucking shit. I thought that was the most funniest thing. And look, in Ring of Honor, he won both the World Heavyweight title and the TV title.
Yeah, held them simultaneously.
Yep.
And he has fucking talent. And he deserves to be on this list because of his contributions to the business. Mm-hmm. And I've always admire and respect Jay Lethal for what he's done for this business. I like Jay Lethal. Great guy. Pops,
Jay Lethal.
There's nothing, no more. I think Tommy just said it all of that. The guy is outstanding. Mm-hmm. That Cheesemo gimmick that he did. He went and asked Randy, can I do your stuff? Do what you do. And that right there showed me that he said, I got so damn much respect for you, I'm going to come and ask you. Now, most guys wouldn't even do that. They'd just go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm. But he had that much respect for Randy Savage, and he said, I want to ask you, can I do that? And Randy said, go ahead. Because to him, it was a big honor, for upcoming, athletes, to come to me and say, I want to do what you do. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, I'm proud of that. Go do it.
No doubt. And he's proven even going on indies and, even also working Ring of Honor as well that he's still a top talent.
Yeah, he's still a top talent.
And I'm another thing Tommy made a good point. He said he is in indies, he is a wrestler. He won't do dick spots for no motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And throw hand grenades, motherfucking son of a bitches. He don't do that right there. He fucking wrestles. And that's something these other motherfuckers ought to understand. Wrestle.
As we get into number 9. A woman on the list, guys.
Yes.
Jacqueline. Debuted in 1988. She's a one-time WWF Women's Champion. Guys, a 14-time USWA Women's Heavyweight Champion.
Ooh.
2-time WWE Women's Champion. A one-time WWE Cruiserweight Champion. And she was in the 2016 WWE Hall of Fame.
Yes. Jacqueline, we met her in USWA. Great lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she deserves everything to be on this because she helped pave the way for the black women
Mm-hmm.
to be in the wrestling business. Mm-hmm. You know, and I bet you everyone admired Jacqueline.
Especially when she was in USWA,
yeah,
because there was a lot of shitty women. In
there was a lot of shitty women that she had to work with in USWA, and you could tell some of them didn't know shit.
Yes.
And she had to carry the fucking load because she was the only good worker in the goddamn women's division in USWA.
And then she comes to WWE and she does the same thing.
Yeah. Come on, she got to carry the load for fucking fake tits over here, Sable.
Yeah.
You know, fucking that shows how Jacqueline will do anything for the wrestling business. And you know, she's a great person. And she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm glad she got in because she rightfully deserved it. Mm-hmm. And come on, you heard, she came in WCW. She was with Kevin Sullivan, and come on, she was beating up men too. Mm-hmm. She wasn't afraid of nothing. Okay,
she beat up Disco.
Yeah, she beat and Disco wine bitch complained. Yeah. Fuck you, Disco. You're lucky. You don't deserve to be on any list.
You're on the shitty list.
You're on the shitty list with your fucking fake goddamn John Travolta hair. Fuck you.
Anything else you want to add about Jacqueline?
No, that's enough said on Jacqueline for me.
Jacqueline.
I tell you what, she get in there and she would fight just like men.
Well, I mean, she fought Chavo for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Exactly.
She fought Chavo, for God's sake. Chavo had no problem fucking wrestling her. Why could fucking Crotch Rod Inferno fucking get pissed off? Fuck you. You're just mad that you're fucking squatting on people like Conan.
I remember she had this thing, you know, she actually hit Eddie Gilbert and we're doing that little stint that they had with each other, mm-hmm. and he come out and said, yeah, how does it feel like you get hit by Jacqueline? She hits it like a fucking man. Mm-hmm. She hits like a fucking man, but she's so goddamn beautiful.
Fucking Jacqueline, you know, was as strong as any man could be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Worked great as well and hot as well.
Yes.
Yeah. To me, she was the first woman, in my opinion. You know, there's been more, you know, after her, but she's the first one that broke the barrier. Hey, I want to get in the ring with a man. Mm-hmm. And by God, she showed that man that hey, I may be a woman, but I can do the damn same thing you people do.
People want to say China did it first. No, Jacqueline did it
first.
first.
Jacqueline did it first.
But Jacqueline definitely deserves to be on the list. That's why she's number 9. Coming in at number 8, Bad News Brown.
Yes.
Mr.
That's right.
Mr. himself, which I like.
Gonna give me some bad news.
I love Bad News Brown.
Debuted in 1977. He retired in 1999, but he passed away in 2007.
Very sorry too. It's great athlete like that right there. Yes.
Not only that, but he won the bronze medal for judo in the Summer Olympics of 1976.
Yeah,
that's pretty damn impressive.
And he's won Indy title. He won an NWA Florida title and.
4-time Stampede North American champion, and he's multiple territories champion as well.
Yeah, so he's won titles. Of course, he didn't win the WWF.
Yes,
but you know, here's the thing: Bad News Brown got over, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Like, and I loved his move, the Ghetto Blaster.
The Ghetto Blaster.
I loved it. That kick. I loved the Ghetto Blaster. I thought that was a cool fucking move, and I loved the name of it. Yes, because I thought it sounded pretty fucking cool.
He's gonna bring in the New York Rats as well.
Yeah, I remember he brought in the fucking New York Rats and come on, he had a feud with Randy Savage for the WWF title. He didn't win, but he could say he had a feud with him. Yeah. Come on, you have a feud with Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 6.
Yeah, great. It was great too.
You know, I enjoyed the promos.
Yep.
And to me, and he was great in Stampede Wrestling.
Wrestling with Brett,
Dynamite Kid. You know,
I mean, if you want to go and look, I mean, his WWF career was pretty good.
I know people say his WWF career wasn't that stellar. Yeah. Well, once you go back and watch Stampede with fucking Bad News Brown, and you'll see how good he really was.
Yes.
And like, I really think he's really underrated. Like, people don't give him no credit that he deserves.
Pops, what do you think about Bad News Brown or Bad News Allen?
Really,
as some people call him.
Really underrated. He should have got more than what he got. Brilliant athlete, and I tell you, I always look at this right here when they introduced Bad News Brown. I always thought that was so goddamn great because when he come out, he
just raised that hand up.
He put the persona that Bad News is here.
That's right.
And here's the thing: he's a fucking tough guy.
He was.
Yeah.
Like, he was badass. He was like fucking fucking, he would fight anybody.
Yeah.
Even his partners in the
Yeah.
Survivor Series,
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, you hit me, fuck it." He walks out.
Yeah,
I
you're
love
right.
that shit.
He was like,
Fucking the Royal Rumble. He didn't give a fuck who he faced.
he put the persona in this right here. I don't want to be friends with anybody. I don't need nobody.
I don't need nobody. I just need myself.
I love that.
And by God, that right there got that man over.
And like one of the guys who says, motherfucker, you got to connect with something for me to fucking sell, because I ain't selling for your fucking ass
That's it.
if you don't make a connection.
Well, that's how Bad News Brown is.
Yeah.
That's the way Bad News Brown was.
I remember that too. It's like, if you're not gonna connect with me, I ain't selling shit for your fucking ass. You got to fucking hit me.
That's right, fucking legit badass Bad News Brown. As we get into number 7, Too Cold Scorpio.
Too Cold Scorpio.
I love me some Too Cold.
That's right.
Scorpio.
High flyer, baby.
That's right. Too Cold Scorpio debuted in 1985. One-time ECW Tag Team Champion. 4-time ECW Television Champion. 1-time WCW Tag Team Champion. And multiple Indie and Tag Team Championships as well. For, over even in U.S. and Japan.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that I know Brian Pillman gets a lot of credit for some of the high flying stuff he did in early '89, but Too Cold also brought that in the early '90s as well. Even though it was the Bill Watts era. But.
Yeah, but Too Cold Scorpio was an innovator too. Like he did that high flying stuff and everything. I really enjoyed Too Cold Scorpio as an athlete. Like I thought he was really great, and he was a great talent and. Yeah, I didn't like him as Flash Funk, but at least he had the job in the WWF.
Yeah.
And shows that he worked hard to get where he was.
His WWF run wasn't stellar, especially when it was Flash Funk or when he was just Scorpio, part of the fucking Job Squad.
Yeah, but in ECW he was great.
Mm-hmm.
He had great matches with Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, especially Chris Benoit.
Oh yeah.
It's even in WCW, like they had good matches. In Japan, he had good matches. Like he had good matches with everybody.
Just recently, one of the reviews that we did for Hardcore Homecoming.
Yeah, he even had a good match with Kid Cash.
Yeah, go check out Hardcore Homecoming with him and Kid Cash. Oh my god.
And he looked in great shape.
Great shape.
And he's fucking talented. And he was an innovator in that era with that high flying. Yeah, Brian Pillman did it first, but Too Cold deserves to be in mention of that.
He deserved to be mentioned for it.
He did the same things.
Too Cold Scorpio, Pops.
Too Cold guy. I love Too Cold. He's. We talk about this right here a lot, or I do. You put somebody in there with another guy, same caliber, same smarts about the business. You're gonna get one hell of a match. And you guys just mentioned, wrestling, the talent that back in that right there day, he wrestled them all, and they put on one hell of a great. They brought down the fucking house, what they did, and he deserves to be on this right here list. And he was just a brilliant, and the high flying thing. Yes, Brian Pillman, God rest his soul. He people mention him. He's about it and everything like that right there. But you've got to mention Too Cold Scorpio in that right there same effect.
No doubt the 450 splash.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Some great stuff from Too Cold. I'm a big fan of Too Cold, especially him doing the juke and the jive.
Oh yeah, the dance. and Charles Reed Fowler's boy doing the gigolo shit.
Yeah, when him and Buff Bagwell fucking teamed up, I was like, or sorry, Marcus Alexander.
Yeah.
We already know who was carrying that fucking load.
Of course, it was Too Cold.
It was Too Cold carrying that fucking load. But definitely Too Cold deserves to be on this list, no doubt.
Yeah.
As we get into number 6, Shelton Benjamin.
Yes.
Debuted in 2000, 4-time OVW Southern Tag Team Champion, 2-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion, 1-time WWE United States Champion, 3-time WWE Intercontinental Champion, and he's also held belts on indie promotions as well over the years. Sadly enough, never got the ECW championship.
No.
When he was in WWE.
No, we didn't.
On the shitty ECW roster.
Yeah. Shelton Benjamin, a lot of people's like, why the hell does he deserve to be on this list? Shelton Benjamin sucks now. Well, what the fuck do you know?
Yeah.
Like, Shelton Benjamin's a great fucking talent. Like, he's agile, he's athletic. Like, in 2004 and 2003, when he was with Charlie Haas and Kurt Angle, I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
Not only
They
that,
were the three workhorses on SmackDown as a duo, as a trio.
not only that, but even when they broke away and Shelton Benjamin went to Raw
Yeah.
and had the series of matches with Triple H
Yeah,
and
and
beat Triple H.
Beat Triple H 3 times.
Yep.
3 times he beat Triple H, and he had great matches with Triple H, and he was a great Intercontinental Champion. Like, he had good matches as Intercontinental Champion. I didn't like when he was paired with Mama, but
yeah.
Mama Benjamin.
I can't
didn't
wait
like that.
Bobo was out there.
But and I didn't like that gimmick. But you know, Shelton did what he could, what he had.
Yeah.
And now people's like, oh, Shelton Benjamin sucks now. Well, what the fuck do you know? Like what like.
When I seen Shelton Benjamin was coming to SmackDown, I go, holy fuck, this is fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
And yes, when he got there, it was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, because
this is a guy you could have.
He could have a fucking. You could at least put him in the U.S. title contention.
Yeah.
He could have been a U.S. champion.
Yeah, he could be U.S. champion right now instead of R-Truth. No disrespect to R-Truth, but
yeah.
Well,
I do disrespect because I'd rather have Shelton Benjamin as U.S. champion any day.
R-Truth.
R-Truth sucks.
Yeah, he does suck.
In my opinion, he's never been good. He probably.
Little hint, he's not on the list.
No, of course he ain't. Of course he ain't. Ron ain't never gonna be on the list. Ron Killings.
Ron Killings ain't on the list, and Ahmed Johnson ain't on the list.
Yeah, that's the wrong list. If you were thinking that.
That's the shitty.
Yeah, if you want us to do that, we'll be glad to do that.
We can do the best and the worst.
But like Shelton Benjamin, you know, come on, he was in OVW, great guy, he was a great talent. Come on, he was teaming with Brock Lesnar. And of course, Brock didn't do much.
Of course.
Shelton was doing all the work, and Brock would get the hot tag and just do the goddamn muscle work.
Well, that's because...
Because Shelton was the workhorse of that team.
Shelton Benjamin was the fucking
Shelton
workhorse.
Benjamin was the workhorse, and I hated when Brock Lesnar said, "Oh, the only reason Shelton's got a job because of me." Fuck you. Shelton Benjamin would have got his job on his own fucking merits. It wasn't because of your fucking Jimmy John ass.
Pops, what do you think about Shelton Benjamin?
I love Shelton Benjamin.
Not only this, but we actually met Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, he was a great guy. He was quiet, but...
Yeah, he was really quiet.
And look, in Ring of Honor, him and Charlie Haas in Ring of Honor had great matches with the Briscoes.
The Kings of Wrestling.
And the Kings of Wrestling. Fuck the All Night Express. Kenny King sucks. Rick Titus is okay, but Kenny King sucks. Dick.
Stripper. It's a matter of fact, story goes that OVW was having wrestling in Hodgesville, Kentucky. Here, just a town where we.
It's just a town away from.
You might say it's just down the road.
Yeah.
About what, 15 minutes away?
About 15 minutes away, and they're having OVW. A lot of good stars was there, and Shelton Benjamin.
And Mickey James was there.
Yeah, at that right there time. He was on the injured list for
WWE because he was injured.
Yeah. And that's where they send you. They send you to OVW to get back into the swing of it.
Yeah, but he wasn't there wrestling. He was sitting in the crowd.
Yeah, he was sitting in the crowd.
So was Mickey James. He was sitting in the crowd watching too.
They were sitting together, and when we walked in, there's Shelton Benjamin
and Mickey James.
Yeah, well. Before I walked over there. I just wanted to know, because I said, "Are you Shelton Benjamin?" He said, "Yes, sir, I am." And I said, "Man, I love what you do. I love the move, the T-bone suplex. I love that fucking move,
the T-bone."
And I like the Dragon Whip.
I go,
yeah.
Yes.
And I go, it's a real pleasure to me. He shook my hand. If I had a piece of paper, I got an autograph on, but I didn't have a piece of paper at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And there's that Mickey James, just as hot as can be.
Yeah, she had a thong on until you can see it.
Yeah, she had a thong on, and it was hot, baby.
But Shelton Benjamin, great classic style of wrestler, something I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Not only that, but extremely athletic. Can jump to the top ropes.
I'm gonna tell you who else. Remember the Sweet Chin music on Shelton Benjamin?
Yes.
By Shawn Michaels. I thought that was a great spot.
Great spot.
I really do. That fucking jump and he runs right into the Sweet Chin music. I thought that was a great spot.
Shelton Benjamin to me was a classy guy that he could also do the high flying moves, but he also could wrestle.
Yeah.
He could also keep a guy down on the mat and mat wrestle.
No doubt.
Great.
But we're gonna be right back because we don't want the camera to cut off. So We're going to be right back as we get with
because we
5 through 1.
giving our views and telling about
now
these
we're
guys.
going to be back with 5 through 1.
So give us just 1 minute.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back with 5 through 1.
That's right. We're back with the top 10 black athletes of all time, black wrestlers of all time, as we get through 5 through 1.
Yes.
Because, of course, we're going to talk about these wrestlers, and we want to give them their just due.
Yeah.
So, so this video will be a little bit long, but well worth it.
Yeah, well worth it.
It's well worth it, let me tell you.
Number 5, Bobo Brazil. One of Pause's favorites.
Love Bobo. Love that Bobo, man.
Debuted in 1951, retired in 1993.
He did.
One hell of a run. But he died in 1998.
Very sad.
Now, you are going to be seeing a lot of these numbers being inflated here, but you also got to realize these are different territories. There's a territory in Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, and they're all the same titles in a way.
You guys don't know, or those you should know. This right here was back in the day where there just wasn't one big mud. This right here, you had to travel.
Regional titles is what we're trying to say here.
You had to travel around, buddy.
A 12-time NWA U.S. champion. Now, of course, there's U.S. champions in Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, stuff like that. So, overall, I put the total is 12 NWA U.S. championship reigns, 14-time NWA Tag Team Champion, 3-time NWA Americans Heavyweight Champion, 2013 NWA Hall of Famer, 7-time WWF U.S. Champion, 1994 WWF Hall of Famer, multiple tags and other regional titles, and a 1-time NWA World Champion, unrecognized. By the NWA, sadly enough. And also, when you think about Bobo Brazil, you think about him breaking the racial segregation barriers of the time of his career.
Yes, of that time.
If you guys don't know, back in that time, blacks were not very catered to at that point.
Yeah.
You guys got to realize that time segregation was involved.
Yeah.
Very racial stuff was involved.
I don't think I don't think Bobo knocked on the door. Bobo knocked the door in.
He did.
He did, buddy, and he knocked it in big time.
What do you think about Bobo, Tom?
I respect Bobo Brazil. Like I said, this was a little bit before my time.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta respect the man.
But you gotta respect for what he did for the industry, especially breaking the racial barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really appreciate that. And look what it did. It gave every black athlete now a chance to do something. Like in sports, look, there's a lot of black athletes in the NBA that's got a chance of making a lot of good money now. And same thing with the NFL. They're in all sports. And even in wrestling, they get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
What you're gonna see with some of the other ones past this time.
Yeah. And I think Bobo Brazil contributed very well to the wrestling business, and I enjoyed his cocoa butt. I enjoyed the headbutt.
Pops Bobo Brazil.
I watched Bobo Brazil for ever since I first started watching wrestling. We used to watch him on Channel 3. You see, on Channel 3 at one time was come out of Indianapolis, and I'd watch it. I had wrestlers like Dick the Bruiser, the Crusher, Big Moose Cholak, the first big man that come into the business, and it was great back then. I watched it. He was so athletic in the ring back in that day. He had them big old hands. When that big old hands grabbed a hold of you, there ain't no way you're ever going to get away. And I always wanted to see it, and I had an opportunity in Indiana and Brownstown, Indiana. They had the fair going on, and at that right there time, she was my girlfriend. Later on, she became my wife and bore the kids. But at that right time, she was my girlfriend, and she said, "Honey, that wrestling's in." I said, "Yeah, so because And she said, "Guess who's going to be there?" I said, "Who?" "Bobo Brazil." "Gotta go."
You gotta go.
And I went there and I seen Bobo Brazil, and he wrestled so long his knees was bothering him. You could tell by how he's getting to the ring. And what they did was that they put a bizarre in that they beat him up outside and then pushed him in the ring. And when
he couldn't get into the ring physically?
Yeah, because he couldn't get in the ring physically. No, his knees just would not allow it. You got to understand, he was old at this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, he's probably my age.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, but when he got in that ring, the Cocoa Bus happened. Let's just put it that way.
So classic
guy.
Classic Hall of Famer of all type,
Yeah.
NWA and WWF. So that's awesome. As we get into number 4.
Your thoughts on Bobo?
Same.
Same.
Once again, respect the guy, but I didn't watch too much of Bobo. I have seen him wrestle a few times.
That's why I said I've seen him wrestle.
Outside of my viewing, but definitely from Pops' viewing as well.
Love Bobo, buddy.
But of course,
Nothing like him.
Of course, we're as fair as can be on this channel. So, number 4, Ron Simmons, aka Farooq, as some of the newer generation people.
Florida State, buddy.
Debuted in 1986, retired in 2010. One-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, one-time WCW Tag Team Champion, one-time WCW U.S. Tag Team Champion, one-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, a 3-time WWF Tag Team Champion, 2012 WWE Hall of Famer, and as he always likes to say, also has a retired jersey at Florida State.
In the glass case.
In the glass case.
Yes. Ron Simmons was fucking great. And I enjoyed him in Butch Rita's Doom. Like, I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
And I thought Ron Simmons was really a great talent. He had the athletic background. Come on, football, Florida State. And a lot of these people probably had a sports background and wanted to get into wrestling. A lot of people do that. And Ron Simmons, and he was the first black world champion.
Yeah, to be
national.
On a national basis.
On a national basis, he was the first black world heavyweight champion. He beat Vader in 1992, and that was under Bill Watts.
Yes.
And a lot of people say he's a racist. Well, if he was so racist, why did he make Ron Simmons world champion?
Mm-hmm.
If he was so racist, why would he make Ron Simmons world champion?
Bullshit.
I call bullshit on that, and fuck you. And
Booker, the
and
Booker
Ron
man.
Simmons, and he was great, and I enjoyed him with Bradshaw as the APA. I fucking loved it. Didn't like him as Farooq Assad though.
No, didn't like it.
But
that with the blue helmet.
That wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed him with the Nation of Domination, and you could tell he was the veteran.
Yeah.
Farooq is the man.
He was the veteran. Like, he was with fucking D'Lo Brown, who was young. Rocky Maivia, who was young. Kama, who was young. Fucking Mark Henry, who was young.
Very young.
Very young. He was with guys that were very young, and they can learn from Farooq. Ron Simmons.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because he knows a lot about the wrestling business. And he was in ECW as well.
Yes.
And he was fucking great. And he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. And I enjoyed him. I enjoy everything with Farooq. I even enjoyed when he just come out and say damn. Okay? Because I love Ron Simmons.
Pops, Ron Simmons.
Love Ron Simmons. Loved him with
Bradshaw?
Yeah. What gave me was in the children's signals of them guys saying what they did was playing back there playing poker, drinking beer, just like where my beer at? And I just loved that right there. And he come out, he did everybody knew when you see Ron come out, he's like and he just walk out and he got a big bop, didn't have to do anything. He said just one word, damn, and that was there one word brought the house down.
And also, when you think about it, a complete badass.
Yeah, he is badass.
You don't want to fuck with Ron Simmons.
Yeah.
No, that's Road Dogg. He got scared every time he had to fight Farooq and Bradshaw.
I would be too.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, I would too.
And here's the thing that Tommy made a good statement there. He had they put these young guys with Ron Simmons, the Nation of Domination. And Tom was right. You had to learn from those guys, and
that's why he was the leader as well.
And I remember, back years ago, the wrestlers would say, new guys coming into the business, they would say, like, you know, they don't give the guy credit because he was a job guy, but it was George South. He wanted to learn. He was a jobber, the biggest part of his career. But he said this right here, and I remember this. He said, when I first come into the business, the first thing I got from a veteran was shut up, close your mouth, and open your ears. Because that's the only way you're gonna make it in this business. He said, I did what I was told, and I closed my mouth, and I listened.
Yeah, listen to the veterans.
That's it.
As we get into another veteran with number 3.
What are your thoughts on Ron Simmons?
Same.
There
isn't much I can really say
Nope.
that you guys haven't covered already. Number 3, the Junkyard Dog, JYD.
Oh, the thumb baby.
1977 to 1993 is when he retired, but died in 1998.
Very sad.
Car accident.
Yes.
3-time Mid-South Louisiana heavyweight champion, 4-time Mid-South North American champion, 8-time Mid-South Tag Team champion, 2-time Stampede North American champion, 1-time WCW World 6-Man Tag Team championships back in the fucking late 80s, and 2004 WWE Hall of Famer.
Yes, and Junkyard Dog is another pioneer. In WWF, he was a big star. He got over with the chain and the barking and the thump and the dance. He
grab them cakes.
He had charisma, and everybody loved the Junkyard Dog. I like the Junkyard Dog, and I enjoyed the thump. I loved the power slam. I loved it.
The big power slam.
And in Mid-South, he was a big star.
Oh, a huge star.
A huge star. He was the biggest star in Mid-South at one time, until he came to the WWF. You know, and that's another Bill Watts.
Bill Watts.
That's another Bill Watts.
Even though Bill Watts is racist, right?
Yeah, even though they say he's racist, right? But he pushed fucking Junkyard Dog to the moon. He had great feuds with the Freebirds, where they blinded him.
Yep.
And he got over like $1 million.
I mean, you gotta look at the way Bill Watts ran his territory too.
Yeah.
He had a lot of motherfuckers in that fucking promotion. Yeah. With Junkyard Dog, you had a young Ted DiBiase who was working his way up there.
Terry Taylor.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the Freebirds.
You gotta understand, Bill Watts, man, he had these young guys.
The Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, he had a whole bunch of talent there.
And what he did was, what I thought was brilliant, he put those young guys with the veterans. That right there's how you grow.
That's how you grow.
And Junkyard Dog, you know, and he won the first tournament. He won the Wrestling Classic, the first pay-per-view that WWF did at that time. He won the Wrestling Classic tournament, beating Randy Savage.
Was that in '85?
That was in '85 before WrestleMania.
Yes.
And he had the fucking and he did the goddamn music video, Grab Them Cakes, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And he's fucking great. He never he was always a great fucking talent, and he got over because of his charisma.
He
had it.
Go and watch the Legends of Mid-South. Watch some of the matches that they have on there with the Junkyard Dog. You'll see how good he really was.
He was great, and he was. We discussed this right here a lot too. I want to go back to the guys. Even if he didn't get a belt, the charisma's what got him over. That's what got him over, not the belt.
As you can tell, Junkyard Dog didn't win the championship in WWF.
No.
But he was one of the most over stars at that time.
And when his music would start to play, everybody rose.
Yeah.
Oh.
As we get into number 2, another person that Bill Watts had under his regime as well, the Big Cat Ernie Ladd.
Yes.
Oh, man.
1963 to 1986 was the span of his wrestling career, but you also got to remember, before he became a wrestler, he was an NFL player as well. Died in 2007, sadly enough. He held multiple heavyweight and tag team titles through multiple NWA territories, including Florida, Georgia, Texas, and Louisiana. A 2013 NWA Hall of Famer, 1994 WCW Hall of Famer, 1995 WWF Hall of Famer, and like we said, one of the rare treats of being an NFL player, a wrestler, and a booker.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he's the one who booked Mid-South. Ernie Ladd's the one who booked Mid-South Wrestling. He was Bill Watts' booker.
Yeah. Bill Watts.
And a lot of people, a lot of people didn't know that a black man was booking Bill Watts' fucking Mid-South Wrestling.
Bill Watts told Ernie, he said, go out there, you book it. You do what you want to do. I'm going to sit back here and watch it. Watching had nothing to do with it. He told him, you book who you want to book. I'm standing out of this one.
And Ernie Ladd was a great fucking talent. He was a great heel as well.
Yeah. Great heel.
And he could talk on the mic.
Yes.
Like Ernie Ladd cut great promos. Hell, even when we watched the big event, which was a complete fucking shits.
Yes.
Which was a complete fucking shits.
He was on commentary.
I enjoyed Ernie Ladd, Johnny Valiant, and Gorilla Monsoon on commentary through that whole fucking shitty show.
Yes. I agree. I remember it. It's burnt in my brain.
Here's the thing, here's the thing. You had three commentators out there, and they tried the best they could in their ability. The best ability, combined together, best ability to try to even get it over. And I'm sorry, it didn't even help.
And Ernie Ladd, he's a great fucking talent, and he's a great wrestling mind. And a
another
lot
guy
of people
you can learn from.
Yeah, well. Another guy, he would always tell him, come and sit under the learning tree.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what he called it. If Ernie Ladd wants to talk to you, it's called, you're going to sit under the learning tree.
And a lot of people, really, learned from Ernie Ladd. A lot of people learned from him.
Not only that, but well respected.
Yes,
amongst everybody.
And a great guy.
With
everybody loved Ernie Ladd.
With the NWA, even Vince McMahon respected him enough to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And to have him come into the WWF and do certain things as well, as much as commentary as well. So Ernie was well respected in all genres.
Yes. Here's the thing, I love his nickname, Big Cat Ernie Ladd. Big Cat. You know why he's Big Cat? Because
he can move like one.
Yeah.
Huge fucking man, but can move like a cat.
Could move like a cat. Could hop around that ring like nobody's business.
Great athlete.
As we get into number one. Any guesses for number one? Well, here we go. Number one.
Our number one best black wrestler of all time, or African American wrestler of all time, is Booker T.
Booker T. Debuted in 1989, one-time TNA Legends Champion, one-time TNA Tag Team Champion, one-time WCW United States Champion, 6-time WCW Television Champion, 11-time WCW Tag Team Champion, 5-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time WWF Hardcore Champion, 1-time WWE Intercontinental Champion, 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion, 3-time WWE United States Champion, 1-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2006 King of the Ring, and to top it all off, 2013 WWE Hall of Famer.
Yes, Booker T, big accomplishments, and Booker T was probably the biggest star in WCW in my eyes.
Bar none.
Bar none. I'm talking about in 2000. Yes. Even though people don't want to give him credit because he's the goddamn champion of a dying company. Well, is that Booker T's fault? No, that ain't Booker T's fault.
No, it's fucking.
And every time, and I barely watched WCW. I would watch it a little bit, but in 2000, I would always see he would always raise the roof. I see people raise the roof every fucking time Booker T was there, and people say he didn't get over.
Bullshit.
I call bullshit on that. Booker T was a great fucking talent.
Not only that, but if you want to look at it this way too, owning his own promotion, as well. With
reality of wrestling,
learning.
Look,
from
he trained Amber Moon. Mm-hmm. Like Amber Moon's in the WWE right now.
So not only that, but did he have a great career? He's also showing the people
that he could train people,
that he can bring more people into the wrestling business.
He even he even does a podcast. He even does fucking part-time with WWE on kickoff shows and everything else.
Yeah. He's also the man that I just said a while ago. You come to learn from him. He's the kind of guy that close your mouth, open your ears. This is what you're going to do.
And Harlem Heat to me was one of the best tag teams in WCW in my eyes. I'm sorry, I thought Booker T and Stevie Ray, Harlem Heat, was probably one of the best tag teams in WCW.
And you could tell that it was Booker T doing the.
Well, of course, but you could tell like he was going to break off and be a big star. Yeah. Like I sensed it. And look, he was how many times U.S. TV champion? 6 times. Because he was the guy that carried the load in that goddamn television division.
Yes.
Like he had good match. Rick Martel, Rick Martel had good matches. Like you cannot have a bad match with Booker T. Like. Even when he came in TNA, he had good matches.
Yeah.
And I understand why TNA brought him. You know why? Because he's a big name. Booker T, probably one of the greatest fucking black wrestlers of all time, in my opinion.
That's why we put him as number 1.
And Booker T deserves to be on the list. And
Hall of Famer.
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Which he is.
Which he is. And I enjoyed when he was World Heavyweight Champion in WWF. In WWE. I was glad he beat Rey Mysterio.
King Booker!
I loved the King Booker gimmick with Charmel. I loved it. Like, I enjoyed King Booker. I enjoyed everything Booker T.
Anything about Booker T?
I remember your mom, she loved Booker T.
Yeah.
Their mom loved Booker. She didn't like Stevie Ray, though.
No.
She'd like, see Ray, but...
When they lose, it's always Stevie Ray.
Yeah, it was always Stevie Ray, but then take the fall.
Yeah.
And your mother get mad and said, "Tag Booker! Tag Booker! You're close enough to reach out and tag him!" And you know, it doesn't go the way you think it would go. And she'd get aggravated. Once Booker T got tagged, though, it was over. I mean, your mother loved you. To me, he was a great athlete.
And also, him and Goldust's tag team. I thought that was a great fucking gimmick. Him and Goldust made comedy gold. Yeah. Like, I thought him and Goldust were a great team in WWE.
You know, even though I didn't care for him when he had a job to Triple H, but, you know, it is what it is, you know. But
yeah.
Overall, we choose Booker T as our number 1 top 10 black wrestler of all time. Let us know in the comments below who you guys think would be voted as your favorite black wrestler of all time. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it all over social media. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more great videos coming to you each and every day. Right here from one of the best damn wrestling YouTube channels going today, Wrestling Rampage. Tommy, take it away.
If you don't subscribe right here to Wrestling Rampage, then I guess your punk ass just don't know wrestling.